Ken Starr is on TV, and he has the gall to talk about a prosecutor who might be overreaching. This is, of course, in reference to Mueller, who is a special counsel, as Ken Starr was investigating Whitewater, which, if you don't remember, was a real estate deal. And he's saying how Mueller might be overreaching going into Trump's finances. But if the finances are connected to Russia, that would be at the heart of the investigation. But that's okay, let's hear him out.
Now the question is, was there collusion with the Trump campaign? So if the investigation goes beyond the Russian mandate, and let's just say, well, let's just look into the financing of Trump Tower, but there's no Russian connection to it, then the argument is there, as I see it, that the investigation has gone too far.
Okay, wait a minute. So if they find out that he has financial deals with the Russians, and that allowed him to finance Trump Tower. For example, in a story we covered on the Young Turks, found out that 1/3 of the apartments in Trump Tower when it first got up, and this is at a time when Donald Trump was in the middle of a bankruptcy and in massive trouble, were bought by the Russians. Now, if they're just innocent Russian citizens that would just coincidentally happen to buy 1/3 of the apartments in Trump Tower, well, okay, then it's not related. But if it has to do with money laundering, et cetera, then it might be enormously related. And by the way, you don't know until you investigate that. You can't assume that it was money laundering. You can't assume that it was some sort of illegal deal with the Russians. I wouldn't do that to Trump. You'd actually have to investigate to find out if it is or it isn't. And there's only one way to do that, is to do this investigation. And by the way, it is in his mandate. Rod Rosenstein, the Deputy Attorney General that put Mueller into place in the first place, and said in his letter that Mueller could investigate any matters that arose or may arise directly from the investigation. So now, Ken Starr, who legendarily went above his mandate and went into Bill Clinton's sex life for reasons no one understands to this day, is going to say, well, hey, now be very careful about how far you go with this investigation. How he comes on TV and has the temerity to say this is, but it's amazing, and it's hard to understand, except Republicans just don't care about the concept of hypocrisy. They have no issue with it at all. But anyway, I want you to watch it, and then I'm going to show you a series of pictures afterwards that might give you a sense of what Ken Starr actually did.
The mandate that Bob Mueller received has some broad language, including related to type language, which tends to open the door. But there are checks and balances. The president has said, here is the red line. I think that the gravamen of the original complaint was there collusion? To the extent that you're moving beyond collusion with Russian operatives or Russian interests or the Russian government itself, and into that which doesn't seem to have a direct tie to Russia, then these questions are in fact raised. And it becomes a litigable, as we say, question that people are going to squawk about it and disagree about it. I don't think that it is clear one way or the other, but I do think it is certainly a serious matter when a special counsel is accused, and I was accused of that, of exceeding his or her authority. That's a serious matter because we do not want investigators and prosecutors out on a fishing expedition.
Fishing expedition? Ken Starr talking about fishing expeditions. Hold on, I'm going to come back to that. But let's discuss some of the things he said earlier. The president's drawing a red line on investigating his finances. The president is the subject of the investigation. Why would the special counsel care what the subject of his investigation draws the red line? It's like a bank robber saying, hey, look, you can look into me mugging people or assaulting them, but I'm going to draw the red line on you investigating me robbing banks. And your opinion is relevant. Why? No, you don't get to set the parameters of what people investigating. You investigate. And then the idea that, let's say Robert Mueller finds that Trump is clearly, obviously, flagrantly in violation of money laundering scheme. What is he supposed to do? Okay, everybody go ahead and throw that in the garbage, bury it, don't give it to the press, don't give it to authorities. It's beyond my mandate. I have clear evidence. He says it right here in the email. That's okay, burn it. No, of course you investigate that because it came up in your investigation of Russia. If that's the case, let him do the investigation so we can all find out. And by the way, if Trump is really innocent as he claims it is, now his supporters like Ken Starr are going out there defending him, well then we'll find out that he's innocent. There'll be no smoking gun. You don't know. So let the guy do his job. Okay, now finally to the fishing expedition. Are you kidding me, Ken Starr? You guys remember what Ken Starr was actually picked to investigate? You might not. I mean, you hear the word Whitewater every once in a while. Do you know what Whitewater is? It's real estate in Arkansas. Here, we have a picture of it for you. This is what he was set to investigate. Did Bill Clinton have some sort of illegal or unethical or untoward deal relating to Whitewater real estate in Arkansas? You know what the investigation showed? No, not at all, not guilty. So I guess Ken Starr was done because he's not on a fishing expedition, right? He's done, right? No, he wasn't done. He's like, I don't care. That was about real estate. You know who I'm gonna investigate instead? This. Wait. And go to the next picture. Show me how Whitewater real estate led to Monica Lewinsky's dress. Fishing expedition? We're talking about fishing expedition? You ran the most legendary fishing expedition in American history. And you have the gall to come on TV and go, now let's make sure when Mueller's investigating many possible crimes by Trump, that there's certain crimes he should not investigate. That would be off limits. That would be exceeding your authority. You define exceeding your authority. And come on here and tell us that prosecutors shouldn't go on fishing expeditions. They just are not connected to the truth or reality or facts at all. They don't care. So just go and brazenly say stuff like this on TV. If you like this video, you'll love the whole TYT network. Check it out at tytnetwork.com/join.